Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll show you 5 great idle RPG projects that were released globally this year or the previous year. Silver and Blood was not included in this collection, as I made a separate video on it. You can watch it, an excellent idle project. And you write in the comments what projects you are playing, or what new products you might expect. The first game on this list is STARSEED Asnia Trigger, an animated insert from which I used at the beginning of the video. The global release took place on November 28, 2024. The characters here are various fighting girls armed with all kinds of weapons, ranging from swords to firearms. Characters develop by getting their doubles and increasing their stars and levels. There are also improvements in abilities and the selection of specialized equipment. What the combat system looks like: at the beginning of the battle, we can choose the tactics we are interested in, depending on what buffs and who we want to get. In battle, we can change the camera angle and find the one you like best. I usually play with the ability animation turned off, but it can always be turned back on. The game is a typical representative of its genre, which is built on getting new characters and banners and developing them. We're gathering a squad of beauties and going to fight with robots. What else do we need from such games? The next project, called Ash Echoes, was also released in November 2024, but a little earlier on the 13th. And if the previous project is a standard idle RPG without frills, here we have a more interesting combat system. This project is presented not only by girls like the previous one, but there are men here too. All the characters are animated and also have 2D style alternative art. Before the start of the battle, we set up our team, strengthening it with cards, each of which has its own slot for attack, defense, and other team characteristics. Collecting and leveling them is one of the most important aspects of the game, along with improving the characters themselves. In battle, our team's task is to protect the object. In some missions, waves of enemies come from different directions, which makes this task more difficult. As for the automatic battle, you can play with it, but it works very slowly and sometimes your characters don't use their abilities where it's more effective, so it's better to adjust them manually. Animations of active abilities can also be disabled if they bother you. There is a very extensive set of settings here. The character's ultimate is also made by a separate animation. An excellent mechanic is to replace the character right during the battle, which makes the battle more diverse and variable. In the banners, we are trying to get both the characters themselves and the maps to improve the characteristics of our team. How do you like this combat system? Do you like using your own abilities, or are you in favor of a full auto battle? The next project is Higan Eruthyll, the oldest in the collection and was released on April 6, 2023. But I couldn't help but add him to this collection, as the game has very beautiful characters and graphics. A very large number of details on the character's clothes and armor make them look very cool. Improving characters is represented by enhancing their abilities, and getting character doubles improves this skill tree. And of course, there is an improvement in the relationship with them. The combat system looks like this. And here we use abilities for a certain amount of mana. Again, there is an auto battle, but as the content becomes more complex, it is better to use the necessary skills yourself. The camera moves freely, rotates, and if desired, we can even focus on the character we are interested in. Again, characters are obtained through banners, in which characters of various rarities, factions, and classes drop out. The fourth game on this list doesn't stand out much, but I really like the look of the opponents and the ability to run the character around the map while completing quests from various NPCs. The game is called Stella Traveler and it was released on October 16, 2024. The combat system is represented by wall-to-wall battles without tactical permutations and choosing a place for characters. It is convenient that there is a battle skip right away, for those who do not like to watch it for a long time. Past excellent, failed, we are improving further. The animations of the abilities are beautifully executed, and to be honest, only the appearance of the battle really pleases me here, because the character art doesn't take my breath away at all. I would like more interesting art for the characters, but we are happy with what we have. The next game, called Eclipsoul, is not very convenient to record as it is vertical, like the AFK Arena. The release date is April 17th, 2025 for Android, but it doesn't seem to have been released on the iOS system yet. The characters are made in the Hades style, but its main feature is to improve the fighters of your army. In summons, we get not only heroes, but also regular fighters, whose stars we improve by merging their duplicates. I haven't seen many mobile games with similar mechanics, so I decided to share it with you. We are also developing our castle and buildings in the game, which improve the rarity of the characters we receive and the characteristics of our army. That's the end of it. Which game did you like? Which projects did you play? I'm waiting for you in the comments and see you in the next videos.